Hi, it's Mike Tom back for Mission Fest week here on CHVN. Getting ready for Missionfest Manitoba this weekend at Church of the Rock, and we're joined by the Executive Director, Tom Castor. Tom, it's your first Mission Fest, and it's the first Mission Fest in a while. I'm going to guess that things are getting pretty exciting for you guys.
They are. We're down to the last few days before the event begins. We had to cancel, as you mentioned, Missionfest 2021. And we're kind of teetering this February, but we were very thankful that Church of the Rock was accommodating and our exhibitors were accommodating, and we're able to have it now at the end of April and first day of May.
Missionfest 2020 was actually one of the last events I got to do before everything changed. I was at the youth night that year and emceed that, a great night of worship, and then shortly later, a few weeks later, everything changed. What is it like for the board and the planners? Like, what are you most looking forward to with Missionfest being back this year?
Well, I think after COVID, this is one of the first events that the larger church in Winnipeg will be able to gather for. And then in order to bring some added value to our exhibitors, we're doing a few new things this year. For example, we are doing this as a hybrid event, and this will be online and live streamed, the entire event, including the breakout sessions. We have 6 satellite sites that are going to be broadcasting the event in northwestern Ontario and Saskatchewan and northern Manitoba. So I think there are a lot of specific things that we're excited about, but mostly just the fact that we can be back together and do what we have hoped to do each year.
Now, I often, on regular years, I'll see a lot of CHVN listeners that I know. They're there checking everything out. But for people that aren't maybe familiar with Missionfest and thinking about checking it out for the first time, tell us a little bit about what the weekend looks like. You mentioned the breakout sessions. That's something really great. What else do we have going on at Church of the Rock?
Yeah, Missionfest Manitoba is a gathering of people who are interested in seeing the Great Commission fulfilled through the church. There will be, I think this year, 112 confirmed exhibitors in the exhibit hall. We have 5 main plenary sessions, 12 breakout sessions on Saturday. It begins, the exhibit hall opens at 5 o'clock on Friday. And the event is over with the final event at 2 o'clock on Sunday afternoon. And again, this year, one of the things that we haven't done before, instead of having a youth or a young adult event at a separate facility, we're having a late night event, an after hours event. And Bread We Break has decided to come and help us to do that. And so a lot of focus on youth and young adults right at the event.
I really like that. I've always enjoyed the youth events, and I've emceed them for a number of years now. But I do have to say, like, as a youth pastor and former pastor, like, I always felt kind of sad that we were separated, right? And there was a great thing happening at Church of the Rock for the adults, but then the youth were separated, and at my church usually. So that's such a great idea. Bring us all together. And then those of you, I won't say us because I'm not able to stay up late often, but those of you that can stay up and you could stay and be part of this event together, right? What a great idea.
Yeah. Well, it's kind of necessity is the mother of invention. So when change things, a lot of things had to fall together. And I think God brought some details together, and this is going to be great for us.
Yeah, really looking forward to that. The exhibits, like you mentioned, always great to check out too. If people haven't been, there's booths set up all throughout Church of the Rock, like really takes up the whole building. And you can go through, meet the different organizations. How many? You said over 100 organizations?
Yeah, over 110, and they're coming from places, well, all over North America, of course, and South America and Africa, and even Cambodia will be represented.
Wow. So what's great about that is you can go and talk to them, and maybe some people are considering going into missions. They feel God calling them to that. Well, you can go and check out. But even if you don't feel like a call to overseas missions or something like that, this is a great opportunity to come and get to know these organizations and find out how you can be praying and partnering with people.
Yes, and I think that's a great point to make. Not everyone is going to cross an ocean or a desert to go tell people about Jesus, but I think we can all pray, and we have more incentive to pray when we actually have a face and a name, a person that we know, and that's why you can come. And the theme of Missionfest Manitoba, the founders wanted to make sure that the church was Great Commission informed, inspired, and involved. And I can be involved in a lot of different ways, and you can learn about those at Missionfest.
Yeah. I love those the main sessions too. There's always great speakers, right? But there's also a great time of worship together. And I
Yes.
mean, after the last 2 years that we've faced, let's face it, like we need to come together, and I think we're craving that, right? So a great chance to come back together.
Yes. I'm hoping we see a lot of people out. I know some of the churches are kind of crawling back into full speed, and people are getting used. They've gotten used to not going for a while.
Right. Yeah.
Just pop hymns on Sunday morning and coming back to the smart TV and watching church. But I hope that this is one of the catalysts that will bring them together, and it's a great cause.
Finally a chance to go to church without pajamas on, get dressed in your real clothes. And tell us a little bit about the breakout sessions. I've been interviewing folks that are speaking at some of the sessions. They sound really, really interesting. But yeah, tell us what those are all about.
Yeah, we have 3 sets of breakout sessions on Saturday, 1 in the morning and then 2 in the afternoon. We have 12 different presenters, and they're coming from various places in missions around the world. We have people talking about human trafficking, people talking about how to know the will of God for your own life and to assess whether or not God is moving you in a certain direction. People are talking about how your spiritual gifts give you some insight into where you can be especially do especially meaningful and productive work in missions. So there are a lot of topics. And I should mention, Mike, that all of this information is on our website at missionfestmanitoba.org. And I don't think that there's any bit of information that we haven't really tried to push through the website. We've also, and people may have noticed this, increased our presence in social media. So You're going to be seeing a lot of posts on Instagram and tweets on Twitter and Facebook posts. So all the information that we have, I think, is going to be fairly clear at our website, missionfestmanitoba.org.
I was on it earlier, actually, and I noticed just a little bit of an improvement on the website this year too, and really easy to navigate and find all the info that you need. So like Tom said, that's a great resource to go and check out. Who do you hope comes to this event, Tom? Who should be thinking about coming?
Yeah, we're hoping that we really cover every demographic. Mission Fest this year has a special emphasis to kids. We've always had a kids program. We actually have had a missionary who has served in Africa to write the curriculum this year. So it's wonderful. We've reviewed it. It's great stuff. We have great volunteers who are ready to help if families come and bring their children. But really, everyone, if you are interested in seeing the name of Christ lifted up anywhere in the world, you are going to find a conversation at Mission Fest, which is going to be encouraging and challenging and helpful. So we're hoping everybody comes, that pastors invite their whole churches to be involved. I think there's plenty of room, so it should be great.
I'm looking forward to the whole thing. Friday night sounds great, but you know what? Like, don't forget about Sunday afternoon too, right? I think we often are like, oh, Sunday, and I went to church and I did this and I got to do that. This is the first time in a couple of years we've been able to gather, so make sure to check out those closing sessions Sunday afternoon as well. Like Tom mentioned, missionfestmanitoba.org, great place to get all the info you want to need, whether you're a retired senior or a young family. Tom, anything else you want people to know before we go?
Yeah, just a couple of things. That to emphasize again, the Sunday afternoon session, our speaker is Satan Lee. And Satan is a young man, was in medical school when Pol Pot came into Cambodia and initiated what became known historically as the killing fields. His testimony is astonishing.
Yeah.
Then, as Christ changed his heart, he decided, I've got to go back and be a part of what the gospel can do in that place. He's a great guy.
I've seen him speak quite a few years ago now, actually. Pretty sure it's the same guy. That story is bang on, and it is an amazing testimony that will inspire and encourage you. Yeah.
Yeah, one more thing I would say is that my approach to leadership this year has been to build a team of people who can do what I've asked them to do in their sleep. So as you improved, like social media and other things, administration, we have a team of 6 people who are putting this thing together, and they're just doing a fantastic job. The other thing that I will mention is that I did mention that Missionfest is online and will be live streamed, the entire event, but we have produced a Missionfest Manitoba app that will begin available, I guess as these interviews began to be available on the 23rd of April. The churches will receive instruction before then on how to help their people download the app. Through that app, you will be able to see every plenary session. You'll be able to attend the breakout sessions of your choice. They'll all be live streamed. And every one of our exhibitors has a virtual exhibitor booth. So if you're not able to come physically, you can go visit any one of our exhibitors through our app and actually have a conversation with them if you choose. So we're quite excited about something new for Mission Fest. It's the first time in our 33-year history that that's happened. And that's all because we have a really capable team who's doing some great work.
That's a great idea. Love the app. And wow, a shout out to 6P. I thought your team must be like 50 people. Like, this is such a big event, right? And there's so much to do. There's only 6 of you doing it. So big hats off to all of you for making this happen. And yeah, inspiring and encouraging people to get involved with the Great Commission. I love it, Tom.
Thank you, Mike. And if people are moved by what Mission Fest is doing, you can donate to Mission Fest. As you know, the event itself produces the income to produce the next event and to continue to go. And because we had to cancel 2021, that put us in a tight spot. Now, I will say that the board of directors and the previous executive director, Brian Hamilton, did a wonderful job of preparing for this. Yeah. So we're in very good shape. But if God moves on the heart of people and they would like to be a part of supporting Missionfest Manitoba, they can go online to missionfestmanitoba.org and find a place to donate. We appreciate what CHVN is doing for us this year. This, I think, may become an annual thing. Nice. We appreciate it.
And we should mention Missionfest, you are a registered charity, right? So I know a lot of people don't give to get the tax receipt, but it is always a nice little bonus at the end of the year too. So you can look forward to that if and when you do make those donations and help out this great ministry.
Yes, and we will appreciate it, and you will be, you'll know you have been thanked when we're finished.
Tom, so looking forward to Missionfest Manitoba this weekend. Again, everybody, you can check out missionfestmanitoba.org for all the info you need. Check out all the videos from these interviews for Missionfest Week at chvnradio.com and on our YouTube and our Facebook and our Instagram, and give them a follow on social media as well. Tom, all the best as you get ready for the big weekend.
Thank you, Mike. God bless you. Thank you, CHVN.
You're very welcome.